In recent weeks, the internet has been full of memes, supercuts, fan cams, and conspiracy theories about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's defamation trial, and they're spreading like a wildfire.
I'm so pathetic when it comes to knowing what movies I've done. I'm sorry.
You may think you know everything about their case, but you surely are missing something. So stick around until the end as we're going to dive deep into the chaotic relationship of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, as well as their past and recent legal battles. But before we talk about what has been happening recently, why don't we start from the beginning and figure out how did the once happy couple end up in court against each other? In 2009, Depp and Heard met on the set of Rum Diary. Both of them were in relationships at that time. Depp was with Vanessa Paradis and Heard with Tasha Van Ree. Depp and Heard then split from their partners in 2012. This allowed the pair to reignite the passion felt on set 3 years prior, with Depp believing Heard was too good to be true. She was attentive, she was loving, she was smart, she was kind, she was funny, she was understanding. We had many things in common, certain blues music, literature. For that year and a half, it was amazing, he said of the early days of their relationship. In 2013, the couple got into an argument in which Heard alleges Depp hit her for the first time.
I just laughed because I thought he was joking and slapped me across the face.
According to Heard, the incident occurred after she made fun of Depp's tattoo, which reads, "Wino Forever."
Winona Forever, I presume that's Winona Ryder. Is that one still there?
I could add things to it. I could subtract. I could make it wino forever.
The tattoo is an altered version of Winona Forever, a memento of Depp's relationship with actress Winona Ryder. Depp denied the incident took place, saying,
It didn't happen. I've never struck a woman in my life.
After 2 years of dating, the couple got engaged in 2014 and got married on Depp's private island in 2015. However, their marriage may have been doomed from the start, with Depp allegedly joking, "Now I can punch her," to his best man as they walked from the ceremony to the reception on his wedding day. It didn't take long for the Hollywood rumor mill to speculate on issues in the marriage, and the couple already made headlines in 2015 while Depp was filming the fifth Pirates film. Heard breached Australia's biosecurity law against importing animals when she brought their dogs, Pistol and Boo, to the country without proper paperwork. The actress was faced with a decade in prison, but a judge agreed to drop the charges in exchange for a guilty plea. A public apology was also likely part of the deal, with a video having been released in April 2016.
I am truly sorry that Pistol and Boo were not declared. Protecting Australia is important.
Declare everything when you enter Australia.
According to both parties, their relationship was at times volatile, including one infamous night in 2016 when Heard allegedly hit the actor with a haymaker punch the same night she allegedly pooped in his bed.
What was the photograph of Mr. Depp?
It was a photograph of the bed, our bed, and on my side of the bed was human fecal matter.
Then in May 2016, just days after Depp's mother died, Heard filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. "Our relationship was intensely passionate and at times volatile, but always bound by love," the pair said in a joint statement at the time. Well, what can you say about their relationship so far? Put your thoughts in the comments. Before we get into the exciting part, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell for more videos like this one. Now this is where it all started. In December of 2018, the Washington Post published an op-ed written by Amber Heard where she detailed her experience with domestic assault, the subject of the current libel trial. In it, she discussed the treatment of domestic abuse victims, saying, "I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out." While she didn't mention any name in the article, a lot of people speculated that she was referring to Johnny Depp. Soon after the article was released, Disney dropped the Jack Sparrow star from the next Pirates of the Caribbean installment.
What are you doing? No, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Depp's suit, which set the current lawsuit into action, was filed in 2019 and claims that Heard is fabricating the allegations to generate positive publicity. The suit likewise calls Heard a perpetrator of domestic abuse. Depp filed a $15 million defamation lawsuit against her over the claims she made in the Washington Post op-ed. In 2020, the Daily Mail published recordings in which Heard admitted to hitting Depp, and the two discussed violence in their relationship. "I'm sorry that I did hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you, it was not punching you." "Babe, you're not punched," Heard said. Depp responded,
Don't tell me what it feels like to be punched.
You know, even a lot of fights, you've been around a long time. I know. Yeah.
No, when you fucking have a close
You didn't get punched. You got hit. I'm sorry I hit you like this, but I did not punch you. I did not fucking deck you. I fucking was hitting you. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
A 3-week libel trial took place in the UK, in which Depp alleged that he had been defamed by the Sun newspaper, which called him a wife-beater in reference to his marriage to Heard. Depp brought the action against Dan Wootton, who's the executive editor of the Sun and News Group newspapers, the publisher. During the trial, Depp received supportive statements from his ex-wife and alleged Heard had defecated in his bed, as well as had extramarital affairs with James Franco and Elon Musk. After 3 weeks, the judge ruled that Wooton's description of events had been accurate. This brings us up to the present day, where the trial continues in the US. So let's talk about the most viral scenes of the trial circling around the internet.
And you would sometimes drink whiskey in the mornings too, right?
Isn't happy hour anytime?
Starting with Amber's lawyer, Ben Rotterborn, who constantly objects to Depp and ended up objecting to his own question. The scene occurred when Johnny Depp's house manager, Ben King, was being questioned about a fight that the actor and his ex-wife had in 2015. Depp claims that Heard threw vodka bottles at him during the altercation, which left him with a partially severed finger. You didn't know what could cause damage to Mr. Depp's hand while you were there on March 8th, correct? Amber Heard's attorney, Ben Rotterborn, asked King. Dr. Kipper told me he'd sustained an injury on one of his fingers, began King, but was interrupted by Rotterborn. Objection, hearsay, the lawyer said. But you asked a question. Judge Penny Ascarati responded, sparking suppressed laughter in the courtroom.
Dr. Kipper told me he'd sustained an injury on one of his fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Oh.
Next question.
Okay.
Well, who wouldn't laugh at the attorney, right? Next up was when a security guard at Johnny Depp's West Hollywood penthouse vaped during a bizarre deposition to the star's libel battle with Amber Heard, describing the moment he had to investigate a possible intruder, which she believed was just a dog. Laughter could be heard as Alejandro Romero's evidence, pre-recorded in his car, was played to the Virginia courthouse as the doorman described Heard and her friend Rocky Pennington reporting scratches on the door.
Somebody tried to get into my unit. There's scratches on my door. And like, I'm really sorry, but who will think it's gonna get into your unit because it saw some scratches on the door, like, 4 inches above the door? Because the dog was scratching the door, was trying to get in, and they thought about someone trying to break into the unit.
Depp was caught on camera chuckling in court as Mr. Romero showed his exasperation at having to carry out the search. The doorman drove her out during parts of his testimony, became frustrated with the process as she spoke to lawyers through a phone mounted on his dashboard. Another scene in the court that was found by many people, including Depp himself, as hilarious was when his bodyguard was asked if he saw Depp's genitals. Johnny Depp can't stop giggling in court. This time over his bodyguard, Malcolm Connolly, was questioned by Amber's lawyer via live video link. Johnny and Amber lived in Australia in 2015, where he was filming for Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Regarding their time in Australia, Malcolm was asked if he had seen Johnny urinating in the foyer of their house. Connolly agreed that he had heard noises from inside the home and when he entered saw Depp in the foyer. And Mr. Depp was trying to urinate in the foyer, wasn't he? The lawyer inquired, to which Connolly replied,
No. Mr. Depp had his penis out of his pants, didn't he?
I think I would remember
Relevance.
Mr. Depp's penis.
Allow.
quipped the British bodyguard, reducing Depp and others to gales of laughter. And then when we have these scenes, the tragic and sad parts of the trial. Johnny Depp was heard in a series of audio recordings vomiting, ranting and arguing with his former wife Amber Heard. Depp returned to the stand for the third day of testimony, and he was questioned in cross-examination about the contents of the recordings, played by Heard's attorney, J. Benjamin Rottenborn. In one recording, Heard begs Depp to put the knife down, as she apparently tries to talk him out of harming himself.
Don't you tell me. Please don't do that. Put the knife down.
The July 2016 incident was recorded 2 months after they filed for divorce, according to Depp's testimony. Heard told Depp,
Don't cut your skin. Please do not cut your skin. Please don't. Why would I do that?
It's easy.
Don't. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. Please don't. Please don't cut yourself.
Thursday's testimony and evidence also introduced text messages sent and received by Depp. In a series of texts Heard's side presented, Depp tells Heard, "I feel pushed and I push back. I feel hurt, I will hurt back. I fight commences, I will fight back, and obviously so will you." Depp went on to write, "I never want to hurt and always never wanted to hurt you." Rottenborn also played a video recording taken by Heard at Depp's home in West Hollywood, California. Depp is in the kitchen and poured what Heard's attorney referred to as a mega glass of wine. Depp is shouting and slamming cabinet doors before fighting Heard's phone while he was recording.
Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're crazy.
Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going. You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really?
In response to the video, Depp told the court,
Clearly, I was having a bad time. Being illegally recorded by your chosen other is, well, it's quite fitting with the rest of the photographs and tape recordings she made. So I thought what was most interesting is that she tried to hide it from me and then that she laughed and smiled at the end.
Well, we still don't have any idea what's going to happen next, as the trial is still ongoing. But all we hope for is that justice will be properly served. What are your thoughts and stand about Depp and Heard's defamation case? Let us know in the comments section down below. Thanks for watching.